Design thinking is a new innovation in my toolbox of teaching skills that has made collaborative and digital learning thrive within my classroom. Collaborative and digital learning has always been a strength within my classroom. However, when I first experienced the design thinking process, I quickly realised the power that it had in terms of digital and collaborative learning and how it could enhance my classroom learning. The design thinking process helped to narrow yet broaden the scope and ideas around creativity and really creates higher level thinkers, all as a result of collaboration and digital learning. The design thinking process is reinforced by Vygotsky's social development theories. Via the website instructionaldesign.org, Vygotsky states that the zone of proximal development is the level of development attained when children engage in social behaviour. This is reinforced by the social interaction made during the design thinking process, from the very simple yet very effective feedback and feed forward to full collaborative project outcome-driven tasks. To me, collaboration is somewhat like a puzzle, a mix of essential social skills. An action research report in 2012 taken by the International Boys School Coalition states that working in a collaborative setting requires students to have a certain set of social skills that reflects the development. To me, these specific skills are relationships, engagement, communication, empathy, diversity of ideas, and problem solvers. These all work together to build a puzzle of our 21st century learners. Through the design thinking process, these highly effective collaborative skills are very much reinforced. This report will now identify how these essential collaborative skills and digital technology has been enhanced by the design thinking process. Reichart and Hawley, 2014, page 29, states that relationships between the student and the teacher is a working alliance. This means that the teacher serves as an agent of change. As a teacher of boys, I factor in the needs of my students and how the different areas of the design thinking process would benefit my boys in terms of digital and collaborative learning. This modification means greater emphasis on the evolution during the ideation and pitching stages. In fact, the students pitched their ideas several times to several groups in several contexts. This reassured that their ideas were great, but also allowed for greater collaboration and digital innovation, therefore interlocking the different aspects of the collaborative puzzle. When implementing the design thinking process, I am applying it to significant project-based learning experiences. During the 3 to 4 weeks that I've been applying the design thinking process, one particular project has stood out to me as brilliant. The scenario was to design a persuasive magazine pitched at a teenager. Immediately my students were hooked, but the impact through the design thinking process made their ideas even stronger. They loved the fact that each of them felt that they had a role within the task, and that they could see their own personal experience being neutralised in different aspects of the process. Not one student that I observed was disengaged. Reichart and Hawley, 2014, talk about the importance of boys as relational learners. As a teacher of boys, I understand the power that these relationships need. Design thinking has allowed my students to become far more open with their relationships, giving them the confidence to voice their ideas and ask even the strangest of questions. Reichart and Hawley, page 28, states that in strong relationships, boys relax their defences, accepting an invitation to engage and try. This therefore creates powerful relationships which fosters collaborative learning. It encourages the students to take greater control of their learning, moving the emphasis from the teacher to themselves. Through the website Benefits of Collaborative Learning, paragraph 4, Felder 1997 states, collaborative learning helps students wean themselves away from considering that the teacher is the sole source of knowledge and understanding. This is the type of learning that is designed for design thinking. Strong relationships also break down the social barriers. Within my classroom, I have a great variance in these areas. The design thinking model provides the opportunities that caters for the needs of these students and makes those who are less confident, and those who are confident understanding of others. Via the website Benefits of Collaborative Learning, Felder 1997 paragraph 4 talks about how collaborative learning provides weaker students with an extensive one-to-one tutoring. This is also reinforced through the same website where in paragraph 1 Johnson & Johnson states that students help each other to build supportive communities, which raises the performance of each level of the group, in turn creating higher self-esteem for all students.
When you're working with others, we can all contribute to make a paragraph of actual detailed, informative work.
From relationships, the two pieces of the puzzle, diversity and empathy, very much connect to this. The design thinking process encourages an understanding of everyone in the group. It ensures that individuals understand the needs of others in the group and provides support for those who are finding it difficult. Davis 1997, via the Benefits of Collaborative Learning website, paragraph 4, talks about collaborative learning providing positive societal responses to problems and fosters a supportive environment in which to manage conflict resolution. Interestingly, I observed that both individuals and collectively they were able to read the signs of others who were having difficulties in the group. There was now a new respect and trust for one another in the class too. I felt there was a shift away from the teacher having the sole basic control to putting the emphasis on the students to become more all-round students. This is also reinforced by the International Boys' School Coalition report that states that students develop an empathetic understanding of working together and that collaboration is much more than working side by side. It is about conversing and coming up with mutual conclusions.
To be empathetic because you have to understand that people don't like your idea and they don't feel that it's a good idea to make the final product better, and you have to understand that other people might not agree with your decisions on.
Encouraging diversity is reinforced via the website Benefits of Collaborative Learning, paragraph 2, where they talk about student satisfaction is felt when they have a positive learning experience. They talk about where people find satisfaction when their activities and ideas are valued during the whole process. Ken Robinson on TED Talks via YouTube talks about individualising and customising student learning. This is the wonderful scope that design thinking process allows. It allows such diversity in learning.
Idea that you'd never have thought of otherwise, that someone else has put in, and then you kind of understand how they got that idea.
Boy, it was really great to finally be able to express my ideas in such a comforting way.
Engagement is essential to any problem-based learning. Reichart and Hawley, 2014, page 28, states that student performance improves when the children are engaged in the right kind of relationships. The design thinking process immediately engages the groups. The task of creating a tween-age magazine was right up my students' alley. It created a new level of engagement and resulted in very effective collaboration. Reichart and Hawley, 2010, cited that those teachers who created best lessons around collaboration seemed to drive the intended learning outcomes forward. Secondly, students are far more engaged when they have a positive attitude towards a subject. Benefits of Collaborative Learning website, paragraph 3, talks about how good performance builds higher self-esteem. Students who share in the success of their group feel that they are both individually and collectively developed. Therefore, in order for a group of children to be successfully collaborative, everyone needs to feel that their ideas are being heard, being part of the bigger picture. This is what I feel underpins the whole design thinking process.
The introduction of technology and collaboration, it made the writing so much easier and also so much more fun.
The prototypes we created because we could use our hands, and it made it much more engaging.
It's easier to overcome problems because it's not just one person's mind, it's other people's. So if you can't do it, then someone else might think, oh, this is easy.
Engaging because it kept us thinking.
Ken Robinson on TED Talks talks about the importance of collaboration as a key 21st century learning skill. Communication is an essential part of this. The magazine in which my students were working on very much worked in this sense. Initially the ideas were oral, where they shared their ideas in the ideation stage. However, it moved to digital learning after that. The students communicated via Google Docs, Google Forms and other forms of collaborative websites. This is where the ideas were tweaked and openly shared upon throughout the process. Digital communication via Skype and FaceTime was very powerful with the students who were absent or in different parts of the school. I was amazed at the amount of learning that took place through this form. Macro communication via text, etc. was also very powerful. This was happening at home and at school. As a teacher of boys, competition is very much an accelerant for student success. I was therefore very surprised when I noticed the communication between groups. Boys were openly sharing their ideas with other groups, giving their expertise and not wanting anything in return.
Communicate freely, and boys that don't normally speak up.
Our ideas were actually quite good, but when we combined together, it surprised me how much better our ideas were.
It was actually really engaging that I went home and did lots of work behind the scenes on Google Documents and Forms and shared it, so our group got lots of information.
Really see the benefits of this learning because it's fun and everything. It enhances our collaboration and our digital skills, and we can really work together.
Everyone has different ideas, and you're able to bring them all together to create a better idea than you originally had in your mind.
I think deeper beyond the surface of the iceberg
The
because
design thinking process was really beneficial, and I can see myself using it in other aspects of school life.
It's really interactive and really engaging, and it helps us all get to a better end product.